Hiccup, this has been the most fun I've ever had in a battle.
We have not yet located Sabrina.
Sounds like you two are talking about Tia. Yeah, looks like your pet fled the coop. Not surprised after she had to carry your fat ass for a whole day.
You aren't the first person I sent out to look for the missing students. I'd hoped that Instructor Will might be able to find his students, given his close connection to one of them, but he's not returned for several days now.
Are you telling me my boy Will is gone? Will those people be alright?
While the stars shine. While the stars still shine.
What is up, everyone? NightFury here from Tales of the Tome. It has just been dropped. The Week 6 update is here. And we're going to go right into it. Now, quick point of order. I have been told through the Discord that the game previous to this has had what could potentially be a game-breaking bug. It's basically something that just hadn't been closing out certain actions from what I understand, and was sort of thinking that you were much further back in the game than you actually are, or something like that. Anyway, I've been told there's a bug fix for it. I'm guessing it'll probably ask me if I want to do it when I try to start the game. So it's either that or completely start the game over again, which I'd rather not, because I've seen week 1 so many times. It's even just back when it was, regular Pokemon Academy life. It was, the amount of times I had to restart because, Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and just use the bug fixer. Hopefully it won't be too much of a problem, because from what I've been told, it could send me as far back as actual week 1. Or it could just, send me back in time as far as a day. But I'm willing to risk it. Really quick, just want to let you guys know about... I went back for my own personal playthrough, and I redid a few things here. Here's the new socials menu. So, yeah, as you can see, I've got my socials have changed a little bit. I've now done the level 2 scene with Rosa, as well as not Nate, but I did Dawn's as well, so I've got that with me, which, if you haven't seen them, or if you want to see those particular scenes, let me know, and I'll go back and re-record those particular scenes just so that you guys can see them. Other than that, interesting. Oh. Okay, cool. So this shows, I have their contact info versus not having it. And as we can see on the side here, we've got the types of classes that they're taking. So, you know which class to go to if you want a certain particular person. Some of them, of course, will have more than 2. It'll let you know if you've got a scene ready with somebody. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. Other than that, I did also, let me see. Yeah, I upped some of my traits a little bit. So I've got more in my ghost. I've put a little bit towards ice instead of, some other random things. I am thinking of maybe starting to do some fairy classes, because I just learned that fairy types are good against dark, which is good for me because ghosts aren't. So I may try that, but we'll see. But to quickly recap, there are some students missing. Sabrina, Tia, and from what Drayden has just said, Professor Will has gone off to find them, and they haven't been seen for a while. And Iris is a little worried, asking if they'll come back. And Drayden's just like, while the stars shine, while the stars still shine. So hopefully we'll be able to find them. Apologies, appears this save file is corrupted. Can continue playing, but certain errors may occur, blah blah blah. Can utilize a bug fix feature. This bug fix should have little to no visual impact on the game, though it may grant you extra points in a class. I mean, that doesn't sound so bad. Bug fix the recommendation. The safest third option is to start a new game. If you start the new game now, you'll receive 10 rare candies to speed you through the early game. Nah, I don't think that'll be necessary. What would you like to do? Bug fix. Okay, so this is what it means to go even further beyond. Please be aware certain aspects of the game, such as time, day, or date, may not line up, though these errors should fix themselves after going to bed. Before you know it, class is over. Classmate bonds increased. Ghost proficiency is 22. I'll take that. Quite gladly. Yes. Where am I? What year is it? Has Rome fallen yet? Okay, so we're at the part where Blue is asking about, or Leaf is asking about Tia. I've been here before. Guys, I know what's happening. But we're going to skip it because I've already seen it. So for you guys, I'll be right back as soon as we get to something new. BRB! Okay, really quick. Just as you can see, this time around, I've kept the Larvesta egg this time. Haha. So now I have it. This is my Larvesta. Her name is Boudica. And, yeah, she's awesome. I love her. And, yeah, we'll, oh, poo. Okay, there we go. It looks like they did update the map so that we can see a bit more. I'd imagine the chibis here are a little less imposing than using the full character assets. Do I really want to do Maze? I mean, if I don't get the Larvesta Everall, probably. So... oh, I may as well. Do I want to find May? Sure, I guess. Oh, hey, May. Didn't expect to see you here. What are you up to? Hiccup. Hiya, I'm just doing some research. Cool. Is it alright if I join you? Of course. It's not like I'm worried about you using your mind control powers on me or anything. The ones I don't have. Yeah, those ones. Alright, just making sure we're on the same page. So, you said you were doing research? What about? School stuff? Yeah, I'm trying to figure something out for bug class. Instructor Berg mentioned that the way bug types create their webs is more of an art than a science. But my dad always says that art is just science people haven't put a formula to yet. Your dad sounds like he has no feckin' idea what the hell he's talking about. Your dad? Oh, Professor Birch, right? The one and only. I guess you were raised in a pretty sciencey household then. Yep, science and research have been in the Birch family line for generations. My dad moved to Holland to study the biodiversity there a few years before I was born. So, is that what you want to do when you graduate? Nah, I could never do it better than my dad anyway. I want to be a contest coordinator with Brandon. Oh, right. I think you've mentioned that. How did you and Brendan end up becoming interested in coordinating anyway? contest coordinating. Musical coordinating is a different thing. Right. My bad. I guess I wasn't mentioned. I wasn't even thinking about that, but okay. It's no problem. Anyway, contests are really popular in Hoenn. Actually, that's where they were invented. I guess we both just kind of grew up watching coordinators on TV instead of trainers, so that's who we wanted to become. Kind of funny that you're going to enter an arts field instead of a science field, huh? I guess it is. My dad was surprised, actually. He always thought I'd take over the Birch Lab when he retired. Actually, I think he's a bit angry at Brendan because he thinks Brendan made me want to be a coordinator. Really? But Brendan's always talked so highly about your dad. Yeah, my dad's a real big softy, but when he's angry at someone, the worst he'll do is not offer them extra cornbread at dinner. Oh, the horror! The humanity! What shall we do without our cornbread? Besides, Brendan's so nice, I don't think he'd even notice if someone were furious with him. I don't know what Brendan could even do to make someone furious with him. Right. Speaking of which, his tasting... Well... Oh, it's... Well, Trying to decide something? Yeah, I'm wondering if I should tell you, but I guess I can. We know each other well enough, and you're friends with Brandon. Well, there we go. But I think I'm going to leave it up to this coin flip. Wait, for real? Yeah? Isn't flipping a coin to decide this kind of irresponsible? I mean, if you don't trust me, that's fine, but I wouldn't leave it up to chance. What are you, Two-Face?
Two-Face! Who said Two-Face? Is it you? I will be the vengeance that stalks you at night.
It's totally irresponsible, but that's a good thing. I'm not responsible at all. The coin is. That's an interesting interpretation of how responsibility works. Okay, so that's a heads. So, sure, I guess I'll tell you. Sure. So, I like to cook. I do pretty much all of the cooking for my dorm, and whenever Brendan and I have picnics or whatever, I cook for those too. With you so far, I learned back home in Hoenn, taught myself actually. My dad's great with a grill, but he also kinda only grill. So, I learned to cook and bake, just so we had a bit more variety in our food, and I got really, really good at it too. But, pretty much the only things I know how to make are meat and sweets. And Brendan was, well, sick of it. Huh? He said he loved my cooking at first, and I can tell he's telling the truth. I saw how his eyes sparkled for the first few years. First few years? What, have you guys been dating since you were like 6? But I drove him to the point where he felt he had to lie. Lie that he was a vegetarian. Lie that he didn't like sweet things. And, I mean, I was a little bit mad at him for that, but I was mostly even more upset with myself. I only found out when Sabrina, So I confronted him, and he confessed, like, right away, and he didn't try to hide it, and he said he felt really bad he lied in the first place. So, you're not sure you can trust him now? What? No, I can absolutely trust him. Lying was wrong, but if I hadn't, I just don't know what to do now. I don't want to force him into another situation where he feels like he needs to lie. You do like cooking for him, right? Like you're not just doing it out of a sense of obligation. Of course, it's really fun, and besides, it's how I tell him I love him. Cute. Forgive me for asking a dumb question, but have you ever considered learning some new recipes? Sorry, recipes. My country boy accent tends to come out when I'm around you. Sorry, it's a little too familiar, you know? Anyways, I'm sorry. Did I say something I shouldn't have? No, it's just I've known 5 recipes for 10 years. And I'm good at them. What if it turns out I'm not good at any others? Well, then you could practice, I guess. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? Practice on Brandon? I'm not going to have my sweetheart crappy food. I'm not going to give my sweetheart crappy food just so I can get better. May, trust me, as a dude, he'll probably really appreciate seeing you taking steps to improve. No, I have standards for my boyfriend. Worth a shot? Well, then an alternative idea. You can practice on me. I'll eat pretty much anything. Cast iron stomach, they called me back in school. Well, okay, no they didn't, but they would have, had they known. Maybe. Maybe I should flip a coin for this. Oh, for the love of... Oh, I get it. This isn't about cooking at all. You're afraid of change, aren't you? Hey, that's a bit rude. It's the only thing that makes sense. You don't want to make big decisions, so you let other people, or that coin, make them for you. And you don't want to learn new recipes because right now, you're good at everything you make. Even if Brendan's overexposed to it, you know that the food is objectively good, so why change it, right? Oh, did I blow it? I guess you aren't entirely wrong. And on top of all this, now Brendan is walking on eggshells around me because he thinks I'm mad. And I am, but only a little bit. I don't know. I guess you're right. I am afraid of change. I never thought that was a bad thing, though. Everything's going fine now, so I try to fix what isn't broken. Change isn't always about fixing a broken thing. Change sometimes just lets you get better. I mean, you're in the bug elective type, or bug type elective. You know this, right? A bug's gotta mash all its insides up into gross goop before it can become a butterfly. Are you saying I need to enter my gross goop phase? Well, yeah. A caterpie might think its life is perfect, but I'm pretty sure there's no butterfree that would want to go back to being a caterpie. Also, your dad's a scientist, and you've been around sciencey stuff your whole life. You know how important evolution is, right? Not just for Pokemon. People have to evolve too. But if you want to evolve, that means you need to actively make the choice to. And you need to decide what you're evolving into. You can't just flip a coin on that. Actually, Wurmple randomly evolve into their Silcoon or Cascoon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you're a Wurmple. I used to pretend to be one. My daddy bought me a sleeping bag that looked like a Cascoon. I loved that thing. But then I got too big for it. Evolution does have its downsides, like not fitting into your cozy Cascoon sleeping bag anymore. But the upsides are too big to turn down. Pretty big from the former Mr. I'm never evolving my Pikachu to be lecturing me on evolution. Well, I've changed too. And so has Shockjaw. 'Cause change is good. It's kind of weird that I'm telling you this stuff before everyone else. But I really want Brendan to see me as better than I am. You know? I mean, the scientist's daughter and entomologist who doesn't want to go through her own metamorphosis? It sounds like a bad joke. I don't think there's anything to worry about there. Brendan is the most non-judgmental guy I know, unless you take something from his girlfriend, and it's obvious he loves you just as much as you love him. The fact you're so worried about making this work is proof that even if you're afraid of changing what you have and messing up, you'd find a way to fix it. Besides, you mentioned he's walking on eggshells around you, right? He probably wants to fix this just as much as you do. Oh, thanks, Hiccup. You're a good friend. I try my best. But again, the best way to fix any issues you think you might be having is to just tell Brendan everything you've told me. Hiccup, have you ever had a girlfriend? No, I have not. Thanks for reminding me. What about a boyfriend? Nope, not one of those either, though I would be open to it. Maybe I should be more worried about how much time you're spending around Brandon then. Nah, I'm not a homewrecker. Don't worry about me. I just take girls' random bug Pokemon eggs that they really want. I'm not a boyfriend stealer. Or girlfriend stealer, for that matter. Don't get me wrong. Well, that's a relief. Anyway, why do you ask? About whether I've had a partner, I mean. It's just, you're given a lot of advice for someone who's never actually been in this situation. Where'd this come from, huh? Well, will you be offended if I say common sense? A little bit, yeah. Sorry, but that's where this is coming from. I mean, communication works, and it's the only thing that works. If you can't Pokemon battle it into submission, then you just gotta talk to it. And if that doesn't work, nothing will. No, you can't Pokemon battle away your fear of change. Dang it. You also can't Pokemon contest your way out of fear of change. Double dang. Dag nabbit. The way I see it, you've already handled the hardest part of this, or Sabrina did anyway. Now the secret's out and everyone can be truthful with each other. This could be a good thing if you choose to see it that way. Okay, I will. Cool. Also, can I say I'm kinda jealous? Huh? It's really obvious how much you and Brendan care for each other. I want that someday. Oh, that's sweet of you, and I'm sure you'll find someone who loves you as much as I love Brandon. What do you love about the guy? I mean, I know why I like him, but what's your reason? I'm not even sure I could say them all. He's so kind, and if he thinks anybody's feeling lonely or needs help with something, he's always there. Even if he's not actually good at the thing he's helping with. And he's so funny. He's got such an innocent mind, and we can look at the same thing and see two completely different things. He's always sees the world in a different way than I do, and I love finding out how he feels about things. It's been years since we started dating, but I still learn new things about his mind every day, and I love that. Okay, Brett, when are you going to mention that he's hot and fit as hell? I was getting to that. Let me fawn over my boyfriend at my own pace, please. What? Me culpa. I don't know what the hell that means. Well, I don't usually mention that because I don't want to seem shallow, but I really do love how much effort he puts into his appearance. Part of it's just that Pokemon coordinators need to look good if they want to win, but he goes above and beyond. He wakes up at 6 in the morning every day just so he can work out, take a shower, brush his teeth, and do his hair. I have noticed. Brendan's pretty fastidious for such a big guy. Yeah, I love that about him. He's so disciplined, and when he's got his mind on something, he'll never let go, and he works so hard on anything he tries to. Extolling Brendan's virtues with May makes you feel as though you both have a better understanding of Brendanity. You gained 3 points with Brendan. Okay. May, woohoo, you with us? I'm sorry, I need to go cuddle my boyfriend. I just remembered how much I love him. Sounds good, and remember, if you've got any noxious steaming piles of mystery food X, I'll try them before they get anywhere near Brendan's delicate palate. Thanks, I'll bet you'll be a great taster. Your heart shifts as you feel your relationship with May evolve from friend to taster. Hanging out with May will now convey an amount of XP to fire, fighting, and bug Pokemon in your party. This amount will grow the more points you have with May. Cool! Now what? Because I'm pretty sure the only other person I'm ready to level up with is Tia, and she is missing. So Sabrina. So maybe I could study with Dawn. Put some towards... I don't know, ice or something. Let's study. Let's see. Get my ice up to 4. Yeah, I'll study with Dawn. You spend some time studying ice-type Pokemon with Dawn. Your ice proficiencies increase to 4. Your ice type can now reach level 4. Cool! And for the evening, let's see here. I might as well do Dragon just to round it out. I don't know if I can hang out with people just to hang out with them. I feel like I could, but... Let's focus on getting some types up. Actually, I'll put that in Fairy. Sonia? Yeah, why not? You spend some time studying with Sonia. Da-da-da-da-da. Fairy types 0.5. Da-da-da. I should text someone before I head to bed. I would like to talk to Sabrina, please. You want to think about Sabrina? All the time. The comforting whisper of Sabrina's telepathy, which you've gotten so used to, is completely absent. Alright, well, in that case, I'll put a point towards Kalen. Hiccup, good to hear from you. This reminds me of when we were roommates, all of 2 days ago. Yeah. It should be... Okay, yeah. So it didn't even send me a full day back. Wow. Cool. Well, we can skip that. BRB. Okay. New day, new beginnings. My shirt. Where'd my shirt go in my sleep? Wait. Why? Right. That's right. This is the new normal now. Ugh. Hey, ready, bud? Great. Let's get some coffee first, okay? Don't mind. We could do with some more... Anyway, since you scared your other dorm mates off. Tierno and Trevor really don't want to ever have to come back. Yeah, but no way they'd go for it. Lou, you're the one who suggested it. Yeah, I know that. I'm just... Oh, what do you want? Cup of Joe. You got any to share? You know where the coffee maker is. As you pour yourself a cup of coffee, offering some to Yellow, you notice Blue is staring at you in a way that is different to how he normally does anyway. Is he staring at my ass? I'll be here all week. You can spread your staring out a bit. What is your Pikachu? I don't know. He's just Shockjaw. My buddy. Can I touch him? Huh? Are you okay with this, Shockjaw? I don't really know about this. Shockjaw seems confused, but nods after a moment. Go ahead. Blue rubs his hands carefully around Shockjaw's cheeks and neck before feeling his tail. Shockjaw seems bewildered by the physical attention. What's this about? Just in a huggy mood? No, I'm trying to figure out how this thing works. Well, if you figure it out, let me know. I have no idea. Yellow? Yes? Do you know how Shockjaw's new form works? I know a lot about Pikachu, but I've never seen or heard anything about a Pikachu like this. I don't even know how it changed form mid-battle like that. You know a lot about Pikachu? Obviously, you were the trainer I fought most often in Pallet Town. I learned everything I could about your Pokemon. I'm sorry, I don't. But maybe there's another way we could find out. Yeah? We could ask Hiccup. Well, yeah, obviously. I was going to try that eventually. It's not like I was holding back because I'm embarrassed or anything. Sure he was. Alright, Blue, here's how it works. You explain everything Sam and Sonia told you about Shockjaw's newfound abilities. Blue listens intently, though he doesn't seem happy. When does he ever? And that's pretty much what happened, so I've got to be on the lookout for any more kidney stones, he hucks up. I think they have something to do with people I've been hanging out with recently, weirdly enough. Is there one for me? Huh? These gems. Is there one that you think Shockjaw threw up because I was around? No, I don't think so. I bet mine are the most powerful out of everyone's. Of course you do. I want a battle. Your new Shockjaw against my team. Wait, just Shockjaw? Against your whole team? Yeah, chicken. I mean, the odds are very against me there, aren't they? I was talking with Leaf. Every time I've battled you this year, the odds were against me. And you had some kind of advantage. Now, once again, you've got an advantage. This freaking Chimera Chew that Gramps made. Hey, this will be like the battle when I brought out my Pidgeotto. Except this time, I'll have the greater numbers, and you'll have the single overpowered Pokemon. Right, and what will this battle be for? To finally prove ultimately, truthfully, definitively, beyond a shadow of a doubt, who the better trainer is? No way! We can't do that like this. Are you crazy? What? Well, if you battle like that, your teams are totally unbalanced, right? I think the only way you could have a fair fight is if you both used your full teams and one of those team members was a special Pokemon like Shockjaw. Ah, I'll keep an eye out for any other special Pikachu. You can have the next one. Please, I don't need some new special Pokemon to be you. My entire team's special, because they're mine. And that means they're a match for any special Pokemon, no matter what dead politician or general or whatever owned it. I'm so cool. Well, I want a battle. Are you seriously going to turn me down? Come on, we can do it after school in the battle hall. Yeah, meet me after school on the playground. I'll beat the ever-loving crap out of you. Why not? We'll see where it goes. This'll be a stomp. I don't even need to pull any tricks this time. You just let me win. Thank you. That means a lot to him. It's not a problem. Will you come watch? Huh? Oh, well, sure. Yes, I'll do that. Cool. See you then. Ethan, my man. Hey, man, how's the coffee? I'm pretty sure it's burning a hole in my tongue. Leaf told me on Friday she hated me when I said I preferred running in the morning to drinking coffee, so I thought I'd try it. Maybe this stuff is just much stronger than I'm used to, but I think I'll take the hate. I probably should have grabbed some. Yeah? I mean, I meant to talk to you this morning. Set my alarm and everything, but when it went off, I just turned it off and got back into bed. Ugh, been there. Want to talk during lunch? Nah, let's just punt it to tomorrow. You know, just because something goes wrong in the morning, that doesn't mean the whole day is a wash. There wasn't any hurry for this. Tomorrow morning, man. Promise. Yeah, okay. We'll talk later then. See ya. Yeah, probably in the next class. Where's Leaf? Oh, man. I'm nervous. I know I shouldn't be, but I give a big speech in front of a bunch of people, and that was way more terrifying than just going back to class. Are you mocking me? Oh, that's right. You're going to come with me, buddy, aren't you? Oh, I guess. Tell you what, anytime I feel scared or like I can't talk, I'll put my hand on your Pokeball, alright? And you let me know you're there by rocking the ball. Sounds good? Pikachu. Love you too, buddy. Alright. Lad, how are you? Trucking along. Thought I'd get here before anyone else and take my seat. Maybe if I stay really, really still, people won't notice I'm here. Lad, there's no future to be gained by hiding away from people. I did that and look at me. A world-famous filthy rich genius who pretty much everyone loves and respects? Well, yes, I suppose that's one way to look at it. But you know just as well as I do my failings. Still guilty over what you said on Friday? Very much so. But I suspect I know a way I might make it up to you. Oh yeah? It's not sending me away to a different school, is it? No, not this time. Perhaps if you have time to drop by the research laboratory Perhaps if you have time to drop by the research laboratory later today, I can show you. Alright. Oh, speaking of which, have you made much progress in figuring out how forever-alls work? I understand a little bit. That's good. I must confess I haven't quite grasped it yet myself. Perhaps their effects are more apparent when used in battle than when played with in a laboratory. I believe Miss Magnolia is currently running tests in the laboratory right now. If we're lucky, perhaps we'll walk in on a breakthrough. I'll cross my fingers. Oh, lad. Yeah, Sam? You know I care about you, yes? You know I think of you as my own grandson and always try to do right by you, yes? Of course, Sam. Good. I'm quite happy to hear that. Now, take your seat, Mr. Knight. Class is about to begin. As people file into class, you hear more than a few whispered comments directed at you. Can't believe he's still here. Freak. Tricked everyone. Should be a law. Well, if there's any proof I needed that phrenergy isn't absolute, I guess this is it. Welcome back to class, everyone. Feels like it's been a long time, given all the hullabaloo over the quarter clashes. That feels very directed. I hope you're all ready to listen sharp once more, though. We have a lot of material to cover. Psst. Hey! Hey! Here's for horses, but go ahead. What's up with your Pikachu? How did you do that to Dawn? Still figuring that out myself, to be honest. I don't believe it. Not only do you have the crazy people powers, you've got a Pikachu that can defeat Dawn? I've seen her in my fairy classes. She's really strong. Ixnay on the crazy people powers, eh? Please, it's just phrenergy, and it's very passive, not harmful power. Yeah, I know that. Tia told me. What? Have you seen her recently? What? No, have you? Wait, neither of you seen her? We thought she was with you, Hiccup. Sorry, have you checked the roofs? So you've also seen her climb onto the roof before? Once, yeah. We haven't checked the roofs yet. Maybe we should do that after class. Good luck. I'll call you if I see her. Will you? Yeah, I think so. What, am I missing something? Hiccup, do you have either of our numbers? Upon reflection, no, I do not. Well, let's make this a little fun then. Whose number do you want more, Hiccup? Let's see. I've got a scene with Blue? No? Okay. Well, let's see. Where are we at with... Okay, Whitney's level 1. Flannery, where are you? Is... nowhere to be seen. Huh. Weird. I'll say Flannery then. Fine. What? Come on. Received Flannery's contact info. Alright, thanks. Now we should probably pay attention to the lesson, you know? We can't find T if we don't know how to calculate the damage of a 7th turn Fury Cutter with a metronome. Ugh, I hate math. Okay, Wait, what was supposed to be here? I'm missing a button. What was supposed to be here? Was there something supposed to be here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3, 18. Something's missing. I don't know what, but something is missing. Oh well. Maybe it'll come back. Yeah. Let's see here. What am I at? Anyway. Nope, that's not what I want. My traits, please. Let's see, bugs 11. I need to get my bug up. So I'll go to bug first. Yes, please. Hey, Ethan. Hiccup, good to see ya. Let's get this done. General studies. Morning, students. I was thinking about what to do for our lessons today last night, when suddenly inspiration struck. Let's talk about inspiration. Aren't bug Pokemon inspiring? I think so. Don't you? Class proceeds without incident. Before you know it, class is over. Bonds and points with everybody. Bug proficiency is 16? It was just 11 a second ago. I'll take it. As everyone prepares to leave, the intercom system in the classroom crackles to life.
Attention, students. Hello.
Oh, wait. This is... Dean Drayden.
Drayden. Hello, this is Dean Drayden speaking. This is a reminder that all access to the forest is forbidden. Again, last week's announcement that the forest is open to students was made in error. The forest is not open to anyone not engaged in student council or disciplinary committee businesses. We must regrettably enforce this rule with extreme prejudice. Expulsion will be considered for any rule breakers. This message will be repeated at the end of every morning elective.
While everybody stands there smiling.
Good morning, everyone. Good to see you all back in classes again. We missed you. Didn't we, Bruno?
Yes. I am glad to see my students again. You all look fit and ready to train. Hell yeah, let's break some heads. That's the spirit. First, though, Elder and I must deliver a lecture.
Right you are, Bruno. Today we're going to be learning about item manipulation. Can anyone tell me what the rules are for items in most regions?
I can. You're allowed to remove any item the opponent is holding as long as it's not in a special category. Excuse me. Moves like knockoff or trick can be used to do that.
Makes sense that the Cerulean Scion would know this.
Right.
You're doing well, Misty. Carry on.
Right. Well, the special categories are Megastones and Z-Crystals. There are also some other items that power up specific species. You're not allowed to touch those in battle. If a Pokemon loses possession of them during the fight due to dropping it or something like that, the battle is paused for the Pokemon to regain possession of the stone.
Exactly correct. However, we do the exact opposite in Kobukan.
Huh? But in the Lavaridge Gym,
Yes, in Kobukan, items can be removed at your leisure. If you can take a Megastone from a Pokemon, you can prevent them from Mega Evolving. This is dishonorable, but effective.
I'm not sure how effective it'd be. Actually, that one low punny didn't need a Megastone after all. By the way, I forgot to mention, in the rerun around, I did manage to catch the low punny. So I have one, and it's named Thunder Thigh. Besides, if I'm understanding these gems right, the Foreveralls seem to generate an endless stream of Megastone-like objects for my Pokemon. Shame they only last until the end of the battle. If they lasted longer, I could sell them.
Anyway, the basic thing we're trying to impart here is that the rules of many other regions don't necessarily apply here. You may have also noticed that in this region, Pokemon are allowed to be sent out immediately after another faints. Allowed to? You mean they have to be, to take incoming hits. You could choose to see it that way. You could also choose to see it as an opportunity to switch in Pokemon with Storm Drain or Lightning Rod or Intimidate in the middle of your turn. If I wanted to do that, I'd just use a Pokemon with U-turn first. Alright, Hilbert. Tell me when your Honedge learns U-turn. As long as you tell me when my Cubchoo gets Intimidate. It's good to be back in class, isn't it, Bruno?
Very much so.
Anyway, to wrap up this lecture on items, remember that you get back any item you started with at the end of each battle. Except Burrs, of course. Now, why don't you start off with some battles? Our unit this week will be triple battles. The range of your moves matter more in this format than in any other. Bruno, the assignments.
Welcome back, Mr. Knight. Good to be back. You'll be battling Miss Jasmine.
Hello, Hiccup.
Hey, Jasmine. I don't think I've seen you in this class very often.
No, I often get an exception for this class, and I can barely do the physical training anyway.
Hey, all a trainer really needs to train is their voice.
No, not at all. A good trainer should be able to run around with their Pokemon, follow them in battle, and move around the field to get a better vantage point and view of the battlefield. And of course, a trainer should be fast enough on their feet to avoid any stray moves. The best trainers are the trainers who stay closest to their Pokemon in battle. Only when you're standing side by side with your Pokemon can you see how they should react to your opponent's moves. Of course, I say all that, but have difficulty really practicing it. I certainly can't run around the field with them.
I'm sure they appreciate the thought.
Well, my Pokemon are very slow, so at the least I can stand by their side in battle.
Wait, you do that? Isn't that dangerous?
Absolutely. But putting oneself in danger to bolster one's friends is a very noble calling, I think.
You really never stop impressing me.
I was impressed by your speech on Friday.
Huh?
I actually thought, I thought the extent of your power was greater than it was. Grusha convinced me otherwise, though. But hearing you tell everyone the truth, unafraid of the consequences of people's judgment, I thought that was very brave.
Aw, well, thanks, but not as brave as you.
Oh, please, I'm not brave at all. I simply have no other choice than to act the way I do. Now, shall we battle?
Yes, we shall! Okay, Hippopotas, Steelix, and Magnemite. Alright, and Sandstorm's going. Alright, let's try... Actually, let's see what I've got in my party really quick. Okay, I've got an electric. Shockjaw's currently a ghost. Okay. Steel lightning, or electric, and I'm assuming that's ground and rock. So... let's see. Let's do... Struggle Bug. Let's get Ember off on Steelix. Let's do that a couple of times. Because that Steelix is probably going to be the hardest thing to deal with. Okay, cool. Oh, well, okay. Yuri, let's get out there. Let's try Razor Leaf on all of them. And let's do Nightshade this time on Steelix. Nice. Oh, okay. Mozart wants to learn Absorb, but Mozart already knows 4 moves. Let's see. Absorb is a grass type move, so it's not going to be super effective, so I'll just pass on that. Level 15, level 16, okay. Yuri is now level 18, Ghostlight is now level 18, sweet. And there goes Ghostlight. Okay, well, let's get Shockjaw out here. Let's use that on Steelix. Steelix used Bulldoze. Yep, I knew I should have gotten rid of that Steelix right away. Dang it. Okay. Let's use... Trick or Treat on Steelix and get... Let's see. One count, escape or switch. Screech. Let's get his defenses down. Alright. Deathless. And let's get... That seems like a bad idea. I need to get rid of that Magnemite too, though. I don't think I'm gonna win this one. May be able to get this thing out. It's not... Yes! Okay, Steelix is gone. Alright, let's try Deathless again. Dang it! Tarantulas wants to learn Fury Cutter. Sure, Fury Cutter over, let's say... 60 power, really? Interesting. Huh. I'll say Spiderweb for now. Bodica's level 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Sweet. Shockjaw's level 18.
Ah, perhaps I went a bit too hard?
No, that's great. I was just wasn't expecting such tough Pokemon so early. Especially that Steelix. What's the story there?
Not much story to share, I'm afraid. I had access to a metal coat, and thought my partner Onyx might look rather good in it. Oh, I'd love to get my hands on a Steelixite, but that's a pursuit for the future.
How'd you get an Onyx?
Oh, well, a friend of mine from Johto helped me catch it a good many years ago. Brendan's his name. By coincidence, he actually goes to this school too. I offered it to him since he likes ground types, but he said it was, quote, filthy and far too rugged.
What? I know Brendan. He was my roommate until recently. That doesn't sound like him at all.
Well, he was only an elementary schooler at the time. People change. One thing that hasn't changed is his devotion to Pokemon contests. He got me into them, actually.
Oh, you do contests too? Well, let's talk more about Brendan and contests. That seems to be all we're talking about this week. I'm not going crazy. You're crazy. I figured you'd be on the trainer course.
I'm exploring my options. The only thing that doesn't seem to be on the table right now is, well, the student council member.
I'm sorry about that.
You've nothing to apologize for. This was just a terrible misunderstanding. I am concerned for Sharon, though. What he did was ill-advised, but it seems he's more interested in punishing himself than actually making things right.
That little jerk.
I know, it would be easy to hate him, but hate never helps one move forward.
I'm still figuring out how I feel about him, to be honest.
Alright, as long as...
Good! Gosh dang it! Jasmine, are you alright? Do you need to...
No, I should be fine. My legs just... I'm quite tired. Give me a moment to catch my breath. This is so embarrassing, right in the middle of class. Seems this battle took quite a bit out of me. I hope you don't mind if I...
No, of course not. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Is she gonna be okay, Alder? Sure it's fine. We've seen this before. That'll be all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Alright. And with that, I think now is a good place to pause the episode here. So far it's looking pretty interesting. Learning a lot about Brendan. Which, we didn't get a whole lot of just because we haven't had his own level 2 scene yet. But I think this is a good way to make up for that. So I'm enjoying that. Anyway, thank you all again so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, or subscribe so that you can keep up to date with me as I continue to play this game. I will talk with you all later in the next episode, and that, as they say, is that.